Take your head out of the sand. It's time.
Or put your head between your legs and kiss that ass goodbye.
You are now being programmed by
First of all, it's great to see your health has returned. Oh, yeah, I was worried out here for a second. I was like, come on. Come on, Mr. Knight. You got to pull through this one.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem, sir. First, about the shirts from the InfoWars store. They're so triggering for real. Like, I made all but best friends with one of my supervisors, and I think I made mortal enemies with the other one because he treated me with such contempt for the first time he actually saw one of my shirts. It's one of the Mon Lobby ones. Anyway.
I hope we haven't gotten to the point where we can't use that as a trigger to a civil conversation. It's now become a trigger for other types of issues. I mean, just like we saw the Monopoly game from Hasbro, Monopoly Socialism, now been pulled. They've been, triggered some professors who said, that's just hard. You can't criticize socialism anymore in America, even as a satire.
Oh, man, whoever has that is going to be worth money in the future.
Yeah, that's right. Hang on to those copies.
All right, and about the solar minimum, that was crazy. I never really thought of it in that level, but it's true because I know you talk about the fourth turning a lot. I started looking into that, and then what he's saying, I'm like, you know what? It's true. Like everything is coalescing into one major point.
Yeah. We've got a lot of things lining up for 2030, don't we?
Yeah, and that thing tied into what you said previously about the DARPA. What's going on there? Hold on. Can I get a room down there? Can I get in that bay?
No. It's just like the Cold War. They've got rooms for Dr. Strangelove and their friends and, a bevy of beauties, but you're going to be knocking on that door and there's not going to be anybody answering on the other side. It's just for them. It's just for them. And that's why they don't want you to even know what the risks are. Or they'll tell you that the risk is something that is exactly the opposite of what they believe is the risk. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, don't worry. We're going to fix the atmosphere. You guys just wait over here. We're fixing it right now. Yeah. No. They're digging their bunker.
Well, yeah, but you're there in Miami. You're no stranger to hurricanes. I grew up in Tampa. So you know that all the preparations that you do, regardless of what you're looking at, it's always good to prepare. It's always good to have stored food. It's always good to have a way to filter water at the bare minimum. And then if you prepare beyond that, to the extent that you prepare, I mean, I've met people... farmers market, and they take me out and they say, oh yeah, we listen to you all the time. Hey, come out here and look at our van. We've got our bug out bags ready. And they literally had their bug out bags ready. They showed me their bug out bags. They are always prepared. I mean, those are going to be the people who make it through whatever the crisis is. And we never know what the crisis is going to be. It's like everything else in real life. We never know what's going to come at us from any point in time, but we can prepare. And whatever you do to prepare, that's going to help you with any kind of crisis that comes along.
Definitely. InfoWarsStore.com. I got the food. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm even getting my mom into it. She's started building her bug out bag now.
That's great.
First she's like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Like, what are you preparing for? I'm like, I don't know, apocalypse, I guess.
Yeah. Well, just prepare for anything. That's right. I mean, whatever you do, you prepare for it. That's going to help you with whatever comes down the pike. And so that's, they criticize us for selling that kind of stuff. I remember when we had that situation, there was a guy who was in Alaska. And he went to the FBI and he said, help me, I've got voices and, telling me to shoot people up. And they didn't do anything. He was allowed to get on a plane and fly from Alaska to, it was, I think somewhere in Florida. Might even been in Miami, there where you are. And remember, he got out, he carried on board with him a gun, and he started shooting people in the luggage claim area. And when I heard that, I said, at the time we were selling backpack inserts that you could use for inserts that were bulletproof. And I said, see, this is why you need to have this. At least you could carry that with you on a plane if they won't allow you to carry a gun. They don't stop this guy from carrying a gun. But if you had that, you could at least protect yourself. And I was criticized by the Daily Beast. They said, look at this. He's using this as an opportunity to hawk preparedness and to sell their products. And it's like, yeah. If they're going to let people get on board a plane after they've already told the FBI that they think that, God is telling them to shoot people up, maybe you ought to have something to stop the bullets if they won't let you be able to defend yourself. I mean, and so that's what we're doing with the preparedness stuff as well.
Oh, man. All right, definitely.
All right, that was just me and Mr. David Knight from the good ship.
the tip of the spear, Infowars.com. That's right, Infowars.com. Go on there, check out recent shows, videos, look him up. David Knight, The David Knight Show. You can find him online on Twitter at Celebritarian. All right. Well, anyway, let's keep it moving because this next part right here, it goes along with what we were just talking about there. You know, this is from another network, but whatever. Roll the clip.
Anyway, I'd say one other thing about this hurricane. You know, do you remember years ago? I talked about this on Rush. It's got to be a decade ago. Do you remember Sheila Jackson Lee, the fearsome congresswoman whom one really doesn't want to cross? But she was reduced a few years back to complaining about the racist nomenclature of hurricanes. Her argument was that African Americans were being discriminated against because none of these devastatingly destructive meteorological phenomena are ever given African American names. And if I recall, I don't want to do an injustice to her argument, but if I recall correctly, her argument was that the black community can't relate to some white bread wind like Hurricane Andrew or Hurricane Nigel or Hurricane Gaylord blowing in and tearing up the joint, and why are there never any Hurricane Leroys or Hurricane Latifahs? It's deeply racist and insulting to imply that only forces of nature with effete waspy appellations are capable of inflicting billions of dollars of coastal damage. And I paid no attention to Sheila Jackson Lee until this Hurricane Dorian came along, because that is as effete and white bread a name as